Blackjack. Blackjack. What are the odds? Can you play? Do you know the game? Yes, and it's the only game I play. In second grade, there was a kid, Ken Nowicki, walking around betting kids 25 cents on the Super Bowl, the Steelers versus the fucking Cowboys. That might have been fourth grade. 1978, I'm sure of it. And everybody's betting. He's betting for the damn Cowboys. And, well, my second brother, he had put it into my head, he's 4 years older than me, that the Steelers were the team. And I've never watched sports. I've played them. I still don't watch them. Unless I'm in an arena where you can see it real. You see how big these fuckers are. Oh my God. There are fucking monsters walking the earth. Giants. Not gods. Not giants. We're just men. Those people out there, they're huge. And he was betting a quarter. And I knew the Steelers were supposed to win because my second brother told me, and I said, hey, I'll take that bet. I've never had a quarter in my pocket in my life at that time, and I haven't had much more since then. But I get by. Good fortune comes to those who take risks. However, this was a fine lesson for me. It was the idea that I bet it. Couldn't pay if I lost. Might have gotten my leg broke. In 1978 by Ken Nowicki's friends. We were out in someplace else, getting ready to leave. And I'm watching the Super Bowl because I got a quarter on it. And I'm like, got a quarter on it. Gotta see how it ends. And my mom's like, okay, we're going. I'm like, we can't go. And she said, I know, I gotta see the end of the game. And no, we're going. She didn't know. And so we're in the car. And she says, what are you? And I said, because I bet that the Steelers would win. And she said, this is one of those stern moments from my mother. I'm up to 4 now. They keep popping up. Give me another 20 years, 50 years, we may be up to 8. She said, if you lose that bet, I'm not giving you the money. And I was like, I didn't even know I was afraid. Evidently, I must have known that it's wrong to not pay your debts. In 1978. And I went to sleep scared when we got home. And next morning, I didn't know what the results of the game were. It was like the third quarter when we left, and it was negotiable. And I went to school, and Ken Nowicki came up. I'm sure it was Ken Nowicki. And he put a quarter in my hand because the Steelers had won. And it's not the happiest quarter you will ever hold, but it's the one that gives relief. And so I said I wouldn't bet. And then when I took the job as a traveling shoe salesman, and I was covering Western Nevada, Northern California, Western Nevada. Spend a week, sometimes 2 weeks, a month in Reno. My supervisor took me up there. To Reno to be sure that everything was going to be okay, because it's a week away and I was new. And he's playing at the blackjack. We had to go to the casino. We're in Reno, so we go to the casino, and he's playing blackjack and I'm playing virtual reality games because I don't bet. Told you. It's not a risk I like to take. I don't bet. And he says, sit down. I'm like, no, I don't gamble. And he says, no, come on, sit down. I'm gonna show you how to play blackjack. And I'm like, it seemed like an order. An unlawful order. That's what that was. It pushed me down a dark path. And so I sat down and he showed me, and he told me things as we're playing, what you could do. And there in my chest, I felt this golden beaming, this golden light. This fulfilled me. Playing. And you see, there are people that gamble because they want to pay their bills, and there are people that gamble just to play. And I took to blackjack, and I rarely come home with anything, because whatever money I have access to, I'm gonna play it until it's gone. It's not trying to get wealthy, it's the game. I'll play it as long as I can. And when it only takes 20 minutes to get up and leave, those are the bad days. And if you get a few of those in a row, you realize, I've got to stay away from this. And I do. Unfortunately, the thing is, it's not that I'm a bad player. I've played long enough. I know the odds. I know the rules. I've had pit bosses standing behind me on a few occasions, 3 to 4 times. A pit boss just showing up and standing behind me as I play, because I am reading the cards. But the things, when the odds work, it looks like I'm cheating. Reading the cards is not fucking cheating. You have as much access to the information of this game as the person that's fucking dealing. That's fair. If they say you can't read the cards, they're not just aiming to screw the stupid people. They're aiming to screw everyone. You're supposed to be able to play by the rules. Sometimes the odds worked, and that's why it looked like I knew what I was doing. But the thing is, the odds don't always work. And that's what we're talking about. We're talking about how no matter how you play the game according to the odds, there's always room for the odds to shift. I get that part. It's basically quantum mechanics in gambling. Those are the natural odds. Sometimes the risk taker, they can step above and beyond that. And you achieve a thing called supernatural odds, where these things that people talk about, these people, they don't really know what they're talking about. They might be trying to scam you. They're throwing out information. Some of them do know. There is a way above and beyond the odds. There's my lucky lady. Last 2 times we hit the casino, which I don't go to, and I know she'd like to more, because she'd seen me play the odds, and the odds were in my favor. Sit down for a fucking shoe, walk out with a pile. Sit down with a shoe, walk out with a pile. That's what I learned by now, is that you, at the end of the shoe, you might want to get the fuck out of there. We see more and more as people that we're going into the supernatural realm of odds. That bit that says it's going to happen this way or that way, and the bad way you don't like is a certain percentage. If you go into the supernatural odds, you step above the natural, the uber natural. You can put your manifestation on it, apparently, and shit's gonna work every time. Why not? Risk takers. They're quite fortunate.